Dear students, in this video I will explain you the chapter My Childhood, written by APJ Abdul Kalam. APJ Abdul Kalam was born into a middle class Tamil family, and his birthplace was Rameshwaram, an island town in the state of Tamil Nadu in the Bay of Bengal. Today we know this state as Tamil Nadu, but when he was born, at that time the state was known as Madras State. APJ Abdul Kalam's father's name was Jainulabdin, and Kalam said that his father was not very rich. He did not have wealth. He was not highly educated, but despite these disadvantages, he had some other qualities. He was naturally very wise and was generous too. Kalam's mother's name was Ashyama. She used to help his father. She was a great support and help to him. Kalam's mother was also generous and kind-hearted. Every day she used to feed a lot of people. She fed a greater number of people from outside than the total number of the members in their family. Abdul Kalam had many siblings, and he described himself as a short-heighted person with very ordinary looks. On the contrary, he was born to tall and good-looking parents. Therefore, he did not inherit their physical qualities. His ancestral house was very old. It was built in the 19th century. It was a pakka house made of bricks and limestone. It was located on the Mosque Street in Rameshwaram. Kalam's father was simple but very strict. He wanted to live his life in a simple way. He used to teach his children not to waste money on unnecessary things. He said that his father used to avoid any kind of unnecessary comfort and luxuries. His father provided them all the necessary things like food, clothes, and medicines. In fact, Kalam's childhood was a very secured childhood, both materially and emotionally. The Second World War broke out in 1939 when Kalam was just 8 years old. Due to some reason, the demand for tamarind seeds increased in the market. Kalam used to collect and sell the tamarind seeds to a provision shop located on Mosque Street. He earned a mere sum of 1 anna, which amounts to nearly 6 paise. He mentioned his day's collection as princely because though the amount was too small, the amount meant a lot to him. Kalam's brother-in-law Jalaluddin used to tell him the stories of the ongoing World War. Later, Kalam used to read newspaper Dinamani and used to look for the news of the same stories. Rameshwaram was a small island town far away from land, so it was not affected by the World War in the beginning. But after some time, India had to join the war and combined with the Allied forces. The state of emergency was declared in the country. It was like the curfew in the country. A lot of privileges which was given to the people were withdrawn. The first impact of World War II on the people of Rameshwaram was in the form of the suspension of the train halt at Rameshwaram station. The newspapers now had to be bundled and thrown out from the moving train on the Rameshwaram road between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi. Kalam's cousin Samsuddin used to distribute the newspapers in Rameshwaram. He needed someone to help him catch it. Kalam helped Samsuddin by catching the bundle and distributing the newspapers. In return, his cousin paid him, which was his first wage. This incident took place nearly 50 years ago. Even now, when he wrote the book, he could feel how he was satisfied and proud at that time. Kalam realized that whenever someone earned money with his hard work, whatever may be the amount, he feels the same as he did. Every child is born with some inherited characteristics into a specific socio-economic and emotional environment and trained in certain ways by figures of authority. Kalam inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father. From his mother, he inherited faith in goodness and deep kindness, and so did his 3 brothers and a sister. Kalam had 3 best friends during his childhood. Their names were Ramanatha Shastri, Aravindan, and Shiva Prakashan. All of them belonged to very strict Hindu Brahmin families. They were ardent followers of their religion. During their childhood, the children were so close to each other that they never felt they belonged to different religions. Religion was not a barrier in their friendship. There was a very popular temple in Rameshwaram, the Rameshwaram temple. Kalam's best friend Ramanatha Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri, the priest of the temple. When these three friends grew up, Ramanatha Shastri took the priesthood of the Rameshwaram temple. Aravindan started a business of transporting the pilgrims to and from Rameshwaram temple. Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railway. He was actually the in charge of the catering for the railways. During the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, Abdul Kalam's family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site, situated in the middle of the pond called Rama Tirtha, which was near his house. He said that the children listened to the stories from Ramayana and the life of the prophet from mother and grandmother as bedtime stories. There was no differentiation on grounds of religion. I hope, students, you have all understood. Again, I will continue with the story in the next video. Until then, goodbye.